The anime takes place in a futuristic world, where technology has become so advanced that humans have created AI androids called Giftia. These AI robots come in various ages, heights, and characteristics. With the help of artificial souls, Giftias are able to feel and express human-like emotions. And because of this, they have acquired a place among humans, as someone's wife, daughter, father, or lover. However, just like everything in this universe, they also have a time limit. In the case of Giftias, as their time limit approaches, they start to malfunction and have a hard time walking and communicating. To solve this, there are private companies that are in charge of doing the retrieval procedure. Our protagonist, Tsukasa, is a young man who failed his exams after he suffered from appendicitis. Fortunately, his father has a friend named Godo, who is the owner of the biggest retrieval service company. At his friend's request, Godo gives a chance to Tsukasa to work in a small branch office. However, if there is any complaint about his performance, he will immediately fire him. It's Tsukasa's first day, and with excitement, he greets everyone. However, most of them don't even react. The branch chief introduces himself and tells Tsukasa to talk with Kazuki about anything he needs to know. Because he is a newbie, there is no one to pair him up with. A girl named Isla enters the room. Tsukasa recognizes Isla as he saw her in the elevator a few weeks ago. The chief suggests Isla to be Tsukasa's partner. However, Kazuki is against it. Isla is a veteran Giftia and she doesn't want to throw her back in the fieldwork. But after Isla's request, Kazuki teamed them up. Tsukasa greets her and asks if she remembers him. Isla knows him. But when Tsukasa asks why she was crying, Isla starts giving an error and tells him to repeat the question. And no matter how many times Tsukasa repeats, she still gives an error. Two of Tsukasa's colleagues, Michiru and Zack, notice him holding hands with Isla, and start warning Isla to make sure to watch her back, because it seems Tsukasa has a dirty mind. Afterward, Michiru tells them about an assignment they have to join for. In the car, since Tsukasa is still a newbie, Michiru and Zack tell him everything he needs to know about his work. And for the assignment, they arrive at the client's location. Zack does the negotiating. And after the owner signs the agreement, they are emotional to send their Giftia away because he was almost like their son. Tsukasa asks why they are emotional when the Giftia will come back as a better android. Michiru explains that during retrieval, the Giftia's memories are ripped away. As they spend a lot of time with humans, it's to make sure their owner's private data is not compromised. And after wearing the ring, the memories are wiped off. Tsukasa finally understands the reason and finds it heartbreaking. There is no way to bring back the memories as it is a legal requirement. With the assignment being done, Michiru tells Tsukasa that he will have to do 2 to 3 retrievals in a week. Tsukasa is surprised to know there are so less retrievals and asks if the business is going okay. Michiru explains that not every owner is easily going to hand over their Giftias as they hold precious memories together. That's why the Giftias like Zack and Isla have to be persuasive and show their charm to convince the owners. But in case the owner is not handing over the Giftia before the due date, they have no other choice but to use force. For the next assignment, Michiru supervises while Tsukasa and Isla do their work. Isla is a veteran and Michiru is excited to see how she does her work. Upon reaching the residence, Isla reports an error and requests Tsukasa to press the doorbell. After ringing the bell, a sudden noise comes from inside the apartment. Isla senses something and alerts Tsukasa that the owner is running away with its Giftia. Isla gets on the railing and jumps off to catch them. However, she ends up destroying the garbage dump. As a result, they were scolded after the office received a lot of complaints from the neighbors. Just then, Kazuki enters the room and takes away Tsukasa. She warns him to not push Isla too far again. Tsukasa is curious and asks why Kazuki is so protective of Isla. It is revealed that Isla and Kazuki used to work in a team, but a few weeks ago, they had to dissolve it, and no one knows the reason. Michiru gives Tsukasa one of her assignments. And the next day with Isla, he goes to the owner's house. However, the owner is furious and tells them to go back. Day after day, Isla tries to convince her, but the owner is stubborn and refuses to let them in. One day, Isla trespasses the house and falls on the bushes. Nina, a young Giftia, notices her and finds it funny. Isla has gotten dirty, so Nina tells her to have a bath in their house. The owner is reluctant, but after Nina's request, she lets her in. While Isla is bathing, Tsukasa tries convincing the owner to let them retrieve Nina. Because after it, she will come back with a better operating system. The owner gets angry and tells Tsukasa that unlike him, she doesn't see Nina as an item that can get better with just some repair. For her, Nina is a family member. She would rather die than lose her. Inside the bathroom, Isla asks Nina if she's scared of the retrieval. Nina replies that she is. However, if she isn't retrieved then she will break and it will make her grandma sad, which in turn will make her sad, and she doesn't want it. Outside the bathroom, the owner hears it and goes to Tsukasa. She apologizes for being selfish. She was only thinking of herself and not what will happen to Nina if she is not retrieved. She signs the agreement. And before sending Nina for retrieval, both the owner and Nina get emotional and bid the last goodbye to each other. The following day, Tsukasa meets Hanada, who is one of the veterans working for over a decade. After greeting him, Tsukasa and Isla goes to their next job. Isla does the negotiating. However, she is surprisingly terrified and the owner ran away with his Giftia. Tsukasa goes after them. But when Isla tries to come after, she trips and damages the factory's equipment. After wiping off the dirt, they gave an apology to the office. Michiru is pissed and wonders why a complete newbie is working in their office. Even though it was Isla's mistake, Tsukasa doesn't snitch and apologize. Later at the office, Michiru wonders if she was too harsh on him and now she regrets it. Hanada teases her by saying that she fights Tsukasa because she likes him. However, Michiru gets angry and is quick to refuse it. After work, Kazuki grabs Tsukasa and takes him to a nearby restaurant. There, she apologizes for making Isla stuck with him. She knew the majority of the time, it's Isla who messes up, but in the end, he has to take the blame. Despite it, she requests him to get along with her. Tsukasa tells her that he really wants to get closer to Isla and always tries his best. Just to be cautious, Kazuki asks if he is into her. Tsukasa refuses and explains that he just wants to know her as a colleague. The next day, Tsukasa receives a message about Isla and goes to the unit testing room. There, he meets Eru and Mijikiro, who are the engineers that take care of their office's Giftia's training. They collect data on Giftia and accordingly make improvements. Isla has come here after she was facing a lot of problems with the fieldwork. She doesn't want to hold back Tsukasa and wants to improve her abilities. Tsukasa gives her courageous words as a partner and tells her to rely on him if things get out of hand. Before leaving for another test, Isla thanks him. Later, Michiru got to know that all the reports Tsukasa was handing over to her about his and Isla's work were fake. He made them so that he is the one to blame. She is pissed about it but finds it cool. After returning from the unit testing room, Tsukasa asks how he can negotiate with the owners. Everyone is surprised because it's Giftia's job. Michiru gives him some tips. Tsukasa is thankful, but Michiru tells him to not be because it's her job as a superior. Before leaving with Zack to her job, she apologizes for saying mean things to him earlier. The next day, Tsukasa with Isla goes to the same owner, and this time he does the negotiating. The owner agrees to sign the agreement and give the Giftia for retrieval. The next day, after seeing their coordination has improved, after the chief's approval, Ren tells Tsukasa to live together with Isla in the office dorms from now on. After work, they both go to their apartment where the other team also lives. Soon after entering, Isla sits on a chair that recharges her battery. No matter how much Tsukasa tries to communicate, she doesn't respond and lives like there is no one around. Tsukasa is worried and asks his senior what he should do. Ren advises that he should start bulking up to show his presence and manliness to Isla. Tsukasa is excited and agrees. At night, when Isla is recharging, suddenly, Tsukasa takes off his shirt and starts doing pull-ups and dumbbells. Isla finally notices him. However, the dumbbell slips off and gets stuck into the wall. After hearing the noise, Michiru comes running asking what happened. On checking the situation, she is disgusted and spread all over the office that Tsukasa is a pervert. This time, the chief suggests Tsukasa to improve his cooking as girls love to communicate with guys who can cook well. At night, Tsukasa tries to cook, however, he ends up raising the fire alarm. The next day, everyone is in deep thought and doesn't know what to advise anymore. Constance comes forward and advises Tsukasa to stay close to Isla and try to help her whenever the need arises. At night, just like told, Tsukasa stays close to Isla. As she was about to step on a cloth, he rushes and removes it just so she doesn't slip. However, he ends up crashing and ends up causing a lot of noise. Michiru comes running to check the situation, and this time, she just gives a stare. At last, Hanada comes and tells Tsukasa his special trick. To make a girl talk, he needs to create a situation where he is on top of her but make it look it was an accident. At night, Tsukasa looks for the opportunity to apply Hanada's trick. Isla gets up and goes to bring some tea. As she approaches him, she trips. Before she falls, Tsukasa saves her. And just like expected, Tsukasa is in a perfect situation. However, the noise caused by the cups falling made Michiru come. On witnessing the situation, she is pissed and had enough. Knowing things are not going well between him and Isla, Kazuki advises Tsukasa to take Isla out on their day off. Tsukasa agrees and on their day off, he takes her out. On seeing Isla doesn't have enough clothes, Tsukasa gifts her a dress. Isla takes it. While she is trying it on, Tsukasa waits outside. However, she ends up getting stuck in the clothes. After she is freed, they go to buy some herbs and to an amusement park. Isla finds it weird and asks Tsukasa what he is trying to do since morning. Tsukasa explains that he just wants to make memories with his partner on their day off. Isla is in shock to hear it. She reports an error and tells Tsukasa that if that's the case then she cannot stay at the amusement park. She is an AI robot who is built to do the retrieval job, not make memories with humans like other Giftia. She leaves. When Tsukasa reaches the apartment, he sees her and gives the gift he bought. Isla felt sorry for leaving earlier. To make up, she makes some tea. The next morning, after so many days, Isla finally greets Tsukasa good morning. Tsukasa is very happy and couldn't hold his excitement. Even at the office, he is smiling. That's all for today. Let me know in the comments if you want me to continue the series, and if you enjoyed watching this video, consider liking and subscribing for more like it. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you next time.